Today, the Premier League title will be decided. Are we to win our first as a player, or will we be denied so close to the end of the season? 6 matches coming your way. Sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy. So yeah, welcome back everyone. What's going on? I hope you're all doing fantastic. This, of course, is the current Premier League table. As you see, we're top by 4 points. Liverpool, though, do have a game in hand and can move that back to just the single point. But a far superior goal difference for us means that, really, advantage Chelsea. And as you see, we start today with Southampton at home. Liverpool host Tottenham. So that could be a serious slip-up from them, potentially, if Spurs can get the result. They are into third, Spurs, and are not completely out of the title race yet, but you'd like to think that it is a 2-horse race at the moment. Scrolling down, you can see that Liverpool then will face Villa away, whilst we don't play until the 19th, where we play Forest, which should be another routine victory for us. I'd like to think Southampton and Forest would be. Liverpool then host Norwich, and that is it for April, I believe. So we'll have to wait and see what comes with the next month. But as I say, 6 matches coming your way, lots to get through today, so I don't want to be wasting too much time looking at the menus. We know what each thing means, we know what each game means, and I'll try and keep you updated with scores and such as best I can. But with them not playing at the same time as us here, doesn't matter. All we've got to focus on is getting a result against Southampton at Stamford Bridge. There's the 2 lineups. Let's get started. Tierney overlapping down the left-hand side for Chelsea. This is the first time we've been able to get into an advanced position. Tierney back across the face of goal! The first shot of the game comes our way. Struck straight at Simon Mignolet. And it will be a save for the Southampton man. And this is where any slip-ups, you don't want them, because that adds so much pressure to this title race. And 24 minutes in, we have ourselves a corner. Serge Gnabry over to take it for Chelsea. Sent in towards the middle. Keane is the target. And it's a powerful header, which again is relatively simple for Mignolet to save straight at him. But it's Chelsea asking the questions, which is good to see. Good delivery, good header. It's a little bit to the side. Maybe that's 1-0. It'll be a Gnabry again with another corner. Similar type of corner maybe? Yes, it is. And Keane does challenge, but it's away from Southampton, who haven't fully cleared their lines. I just wanted to try and ping it back in at Mignolet and hope for maybe a palm back out to someone who was waiting for a tap-in, but it didn't work. Southampton so far have not shown much in the way of attacking, so seem quite content with the point here. There's Tierney over on the left-hand side again. He's had a lot of attacking threat, has Kieran Tierney, but so far it's not worked for Chelsea. We get ourselves a corner, sent into the middle, looking for Havertz! And he does get his head to the ball, which Mignolet saves. This time it was more in the corner from Chelsea. And can we find this all-important goal to go in front? Another delivery. This time Mignolet opting to come out and punch it, which is probably the right call. Bakayoko back out to us. Sending it back in towards the middle. Todibo underneath it for Southampton. And Bakayoko's loose touch allows Gonzalez to take it away. But you can see he's got maybe 1-2 runners in front of him. And not much else. Into the last 10 minutes of play then. And I'm really not liking how quick that it feels the time is going here, as we've got a run for a Mason Mount. Get in! Mason Mount on to replace Kai Havertz. Strikes to give Chelsea the lead. 6 minutes from time. Southampton have not registered a single shot here today. And we've now got our reward that we needed. You could see as well, there was a little bit of nervousness creeping its way into Chelsea's game. We just had to remain composed and try and create that opportunity to take the lead. It's close to Mignolet, but not close enough. Mason Mount, potentially the match winner here for Chelsea, off the bench. And that's a massive goal. And what a time to score your first in the Premier League this season. Could not have timed that any better, Mason, than getting it with 5 minutes to play. There's still time as well. And although Southampton have not registered a single shot, I don't want to jinx things. Been all Chelsea here today. We have dominated this match, just not taken the chances that fell our way. Here is Keane. Imagine if we go 2-0 up now as Mount's in again. Mason Mount's in again. And it's 2-0 Chelsea. It's absolutely hilarious that we've spent 83 minutes trying to get in front. And then like a boss, 2 goals have come along at once. Mount with a double. 2 in the Premier League this season for him now. He's waited so long to get them. And now he's on 2. Imagine Mason Mount goes on to win the Golden Boot with 6 games remaining. He needs like another 18, I think. So it's an average of what? 3 goals a game if we have 6 left. But I think now after this there's 5, right? So Not possible. But Mason Mount, thank you so much. We needed your goals today. We're into the last of the additional minutes, and it will be the match over. But Chelsea in search of goal number 3. Whip delivery in. There's Keane! What a header as well! Chelsea have their third! And this scoreline looks so much better now. I'd have taken a 1-0, I'll be honest with you. I would have taken the 1-0 quite happily. But 3-0, yeah, job done. That's a phenomenal header as well from Moise Keane. Oops, didn't mean to skip it. I ended up dropping my controller almost. It's his 15th of the season, and Chelsea have a massive 3 points. Over to you, Liverpool. Let's see what you do against Spurs. Get in. Deserved winners from that one. You know, 9 shots, 5 on target, 0 for Southampton. Yeah, we deserve to win that. So if we'd have dropped points, I would not have been happy. You can see the other results there, but we do have to skip a day anyway to get the Liverpool-Spurs game done because they're playing the day after us. And a right result here for us, it might mean we're 7 clear. But they do have a game in hand, so could move that down to 4. I don't even know who they're playing for their game in hand, but let's skip and see what result the Liverpool-Spurs game ends up being. With Forest to play right now for us, we should absolutely... Well, that's huge. I don't know. Have Liverpool just played twice in a row? What has just happened there? They lost to Spurs and then drew with Villa. So they'll still have a game in hand again because we now play Forest the day later. But we're 6 clear with 5 to go. Liverpool have completely thrown this away almost. To be fair to them, Spurs were in 3rd, so that's not a surprising result. A 1-0 defeat, but they really needed to get something from that game. We still have to play Spurs, of course, remember that. And also Villa, they're in 7th, so they're having a good season as well. So a 0-0 draw away at Villa Park is, again, you know, not that surprising. Villa can get results like that. So Liverpool have just handed Chelsea a massive bit of momentum leading into the final bits of the season. Forest up next. When do we actually play Spurs? I want to check that. I know it's in the next month, so it's on the final day we have Spurs. And of course, City as well still to play. Everton in there as well, so we've still got some tough games. Imagine if we drop points now to Forest. I don't even want to think about that. Right then, away to Nottingham Forest we go. And you can see, there's the 2 lineups. Everybody fully fit for Chelsea. Mason Mount unlucky to miss out after his heroics in the latter stages of the last match, with Keane starting as well. Fantastic header from him. I expect we'll see chances for Chelsea. Let's see if we can take them. So then, Forest not quite in the relegation zone. I should have really checked to see what points they were. They sit just outside of it as their deep cross towards the back post. Gnabry gets there, and Ruben Blanco with the first save of the game. And Chelsea already beginning, or starting, as they mean to go on, I should say. Gnabry does well to turn that goalwards, and Ruben Blanco is there with a save. I should have checked to see how many points Forest were clear of the relegation zone, because realistically, they're probably playing for their Premier League lives here. Gnabry gets another chance to put a delivery in. Instead, goes short to me. We're inside the penalty area. Referee! Come on, ref. I mean, he's got nowhere near the ball there, Latomba, and it will be a yellow card. And you can see I'm saying to the ref, it's not even close to getting the ball. Now, the question is, are we in the box or is it on the edge of the penalty area? I'm not entirely sure. Feel like that's in the box, and it is. So Kai Havertz has the responsibility from the penalty spot to give Chelsea an early lead here. And surely he will at least hit the target. Havertz, saved by Blanco. Oh, no. Let's not let that miss affect us, though. We've still got loads of time to play here. And the way we've started, I'm thinking that this is going to be a long day for Forest. Ruben Blanco, already 2 saves to his name. He's happy with that penalty save. It was a poor penalty in the end from Havertz. And it'll be another Chelsea corner through Serge Gnabry. Last one got us a penalty. What will this one get? Rodriguez away to Kante. Kante to me. Now the shot coming in. Deflected. We're going to try and challenge for this header here, which Blanco will claim. And still Chelsea pile the pressure on. Havertz out to Tierney on the left-hand side. Back to Havertz. Brilliant football. But he drags his shot massively wide. It's not been a good start here from Kai Havertz. And Mason Mount must be sat on the bench thinking, what more must I do to get a start? Approaching the end of the first half here. Forest with a rare move forward. Let's not concede just before the break. And the shot comes through from Maddie, which required the attention of Mendy. And he's had nothing to do in the first half until now. But he was alert to it. Top save from the Chelsea man. Look at this. Yep. Very, very good save. And I said I don't want us to concede before half-time. And let's not allow it from this corner then. Delivered in towards the middle. And Forest do win it. It's across the face of goal. Kieran Tierney can clear his lines for Chelsea. And there is the half-time whistle. Ruben Blanco, a busy man in the first half. Easily Forest's best player. Chelsea still searching for the goal that they need to go in front here. But I feel like it's only a matter of time. How long will it be before we see the introduction of Mason Mount as Tierney has got Keane making a move over to the left. Now Kante. Chelsea trying to utilise runners off the ball to create the openings for a shot. Gnabry to me, to Cancelo. It's beautiful! It should have been! It's not! Because I can't shoot with the right foot. What a move that was as well. I mean, that is really poor from Forest, isn't it? As they are just playing themselves into all sorts of problems. But again, they can rely on the wall right now that is Ruben Blanco in the Forest net. Because it's another save for their number one. And now we do see the change. Havertz off, Mount on. That's what we were waiting for. Can we see another Mason Mount heroics again? Tierney's ball into our feet. Mount with the run through the middle. Chelsea get towards the byline. There's Mount. Oh, it was nearly the dream introduction. But he didn't connect with the shot as well as he'd hoped. 9 shots the way of Chelsea to the 1 of Forest. And with 20 minutes to go, deja vu from game 1. But hopefully we'll see a goal pretty soon from us, not them. Chelsea running out of time. There's the ball in. Bakayoko does get his head to it as Maddie shoots. Full time. Forest 0. Chelsea 0. I can't believe, genuinely can't believe that has finished 0-0. We saw Liverpool slip up. Well, there's one back for them then. Like, oh, we even missed a penalty as well. Look at this. Look at the match facts. 12 shots, 10 on target. We go to player ratings. Ruben Blanco over 7.8 is a joke. That should be in the 9s for me. 7 saves in total from Ruben Blanco. Why did that chance that we created have to fall on my right foot? Why could it not have fallen on my left? And I would have scored it with ease. It's all if buts and maybes, the game of football, though. We've got to move on. Who's next? City? Is it Man City next? We'll stay with you anyway, because Liverpool have still got to play, as you can see. I can't believe we dropped points there like that as well. Just realised. Well, they did win, so they're now back to 4. 4 points, 4 games. We're still very much in pole position. But we might have been even more so if we'd have got the win there against Forest. Everton up next. And let's see. Let's see if Liverpool are playing at the same time, because it's on the Sunday, our match. They would be on the Saturday, right? They did just play Liverpool and have won. Right, this is huge. We have to beat Everton, because the last thing we want is to have to beat City and Spurs. Who did Liverpool just win against? Forest. So, Forest, who got a 0-0 draw against us, defending with their lives, ended up with a 3-0 defeat against Liverpool. That is unbelievably frustrating. Right then. Let's take a look at the Everton side. 13th in the league right now, Everton. Again, we should have too much for them. We should, but Havertz is starting with the performance that he put in last time. I thought for sure this would be the moment we saw Mount, but no. Goodison Park is the stadium. Everton versus Chelsea. Chelsea corner sent in. There's Havertz challenging. Away by Javert. Only as far as me again. I'll keep hold of this. Please, please, please don't bottle this now. We are so close to this title. Bakayoko on the turn. Now to Gnabry. Gnabry to me. Tierney over on the left. There's the ball. Kieran Tierney back in towards the middle. Chance. Saved. Doesn't fall again. Why is it not happening for us? Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, no. I wasn't actually even looking at Everton's attack. 14 minutes in, they've just taken the lead. I saw the ball go out wide and I thought, all right, well, worst case scenario here. You can see that's the pass. We deal with this. And Romagnoli, what are you doing? He just completely watches the ball go past him, which then forces Mendy to have to come out and close the angle down. It's a tap-in. How are we behind here? We still have plenty of time to change this. That's a brilliant ball from Bakayoko. Out to Tierney. We've got there ahead of the defender as well. Sanchez then makes the interception. You can see there's a couple of fouls in there as well, ref, from the Everton players, which he's not even really taken note of. Here is Havertz to Keane. Keane will strike. 1-1. Game back on. And when I played the pass to Havertz, I actually meant to play it through to Keane. So thankfully, it actually went through from Havertz to Keane, who makes absolutely no mistake, as you would expect. Big goal. Now then, let's go. Let's win this game. No pressure. There's absolutely no pressure on us. You know, there's no chance. There's no chance we bottle this. Think positively, probably, maybe. We'll win the title. Possibly. You guys thinking we're going to win the title? Because right now, I don't know. We're still City and Spurs to go. 6 minutes of time left. And Chelsea not being able to create anything other than the equaliser that we managed to get. Is this the moment we were waiting for now, though? Sanchez goes with us. Why has Keane left that? It was Moise Keane in the prime position, not Mason Mount, whose shot only hits an Everton defender and goes behind. We have a corner at least, though. It's got to be now or never. It needs to be a good delivery from me as well. No pressure then, I guess. Is it a good delivery? Well, it's into the box. Not really. Unal heads it away. Kante takes over. Looking for a second opportunity to send the delivery in. This time I can only hit Diogo Dalot. We have won the header, though, to keep it alive for Chelsea. Now Keane off towards Kante. You can see that time is really not on our side. Now Gnabry. Serge Gnabry on the turn. Needs to play a pass, and he's still got it. Gnabry, has it worked out for him? Well, he does get the shot away, but it's over the top of the crossbar. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know I'm losing. I don't know what to say. Yeah, cool. Forest first, where we had to win. You know what's annoying, right? I would have taken us dropping points here if we'd have beaten Forest, because we deserve to win that. Here, though, we haven't really done enough to win this match, so I can't really complain. Hang on a second. Kante's ball forward, taking a touch, and we've done it! Yes! Chelsea 2, Everton 1. I don't believe it. What a goal! What a way to win it! Get in! I'll just stop talking. Shall I? Everton's heart's broken. More importantly, though, for Chelsea, it's our first goal in, I think, 4 or 5 games. It takes us to 20 Premier League goals for the season. And it gives us a humongous 3 points. I actually don't know how we've got the win there. Look at the Chelsea fans. They're absolutely buzzing. So 3 matches remain. And here is the table. City for us, which I do need to make sure competitor mode is on, remember. They are in the top 6. West Ham United against Liverpool. Where are West Ham right now? Are they down the bottom end, I believe so? Yeah, they're second from bottom. So Liverpool should win that with relative ease. We've then got Palace before they play Southampton. Final day, they have Wolves, we have Spurs. So running-wise, it's easier for Liverpool. Slightly, anyway. Oh man, 4 points the gap. 9 points to play for. I don't know why, but I'm actually quite, a little bit nervous, considering the fact that we do have a 4-point lead with 3 matches left. I think it's because we still have to play Spurs and City. And, you know, Spurs right now have won their last 3. Including a game against Manchester City. They just beat them by 2-0. So that also, has a little bit to do with it, but we can only do what we can do. There's the Spurs lineup. City's lineup. Sterling, Jovic, and Torres. Valverde, James, Foden, Mazraoui, Tapsoba, Laporte, Malen, and, of course, Ederson in goal. Right then, here we go. Already Chelsea in. This is a great start. What a start! What a dream start here at the Etihad. I am stunned. I've absolutely no idea what just happened. But City, what? I mean, it's literally from kickoff. Literally from kickoff. Chelsea ping it about like we're the ones using competitor mode. And then the ball's in the net. 2 in 2 for us. And it's the best possible start we could have asked for. Get in. My nerves are a little bit less now. I'm a bit calmer. What a start that is. Jovic through to Phil Foden. Chance City. Big save, Mendy. It was beautiful from Jovic to slip the ball through to Phil Foden, who had to react quick to try and turn his shot goalwards. And Mendy was alert to it. And now Havertz with the ball forward. Chelsea are in again. Chance to make it 2. I tried to go over the top of Ederson, who didn't sit down. He stayed on his feet. My first touch wasn't brilliant. But from one end to the other, it was almost Chelsea 2-0 in front. The highlight you just nearly saw there was a Bakayoko shot earlier. Havertz is there. It's 2. It's Gnabry's corner. Havertz header at the near post. City stunned. And we've seen nothing yet from Liverpool. This is incredible. As I said, the highlight you were about to see there before I skipped it for the corner was a Bakayoko shot that he sliced massively wide. So it has been a pretty good first 30 minutes for us here. And Mendy, who moments before was called upon to keep the scoreline in favour of Chelsea, we then went up the other end, won ourselves a corner. Havertz with the header. He's had a tough couple of games today, but that is a great response. And look at Pep. He can't believe what he's seeing here. Neither can I. Here is now a chance for City to break with Ferran Torres on the right-hand side. Going backwards, though. Done enough to be able to put him off. But look at that for footwork from Torres. Now Jovic again. Got a lot of Chelsea bodies between him and the goal. And it's a free kick, which Valverde stands over. 26 yards from goal. Will he take this on? Yes, he will. Valverde does go for goal. Side netting. Mendy did not seem worried in the Chelsea goal whatsoever, though. So that leads me to believe that it wasn't actually as close as it maybe looked. Yeah, I mean, Mendy has it covered all day, every day. City are just growing into this game, though, now a little bit more, which is not ideal for Chelsea, as there's the chance for Valverde. And it is a goal back for Manchester City. It is 2-1 as we approach half-time. 5 or so minutes left of the first half. And is that the way back into the match that they needed? Valverde's quick feet, you can see there's still loads of Chelsea players, to be fair, though, and it's not good defending, is it, from Romagnoli? Oh, sorry, from Jimenez. And then Mendy, maybe he was not expecting him to take it as early as he did. Got close to it, Mendy, but not quite close enough. Still, though, we do have an extra goal to fall back on. Look at that for a challenge on Gabriel Jesus, who complains to the referee, but that was a completely fine tackle. In fact, it's probably one of my best ones I've ever done. As with 5 minutes to go, every minute that passes by is crucial for Chelsea. And Havertz with a run through the middle. There's the ball over the top, looking for him. He gets there as well. And between him and Ederson, I'm not sure who got the final touch. It looks like it was Kai Havertz as the referee's given a goal kick. We are holding on as there's another change. It's the usual change we see today. And to let you know, Liverpool went 4-0 up against West Ham. So there's absolutely no way that West Ham are getting anything from that one. And this is the dying minutes as Gabriel Jesus, everybody back behind the ball for Chelsea, trying to create with Valverde now joining. There's the ball back through to Jesus. Cancelo has to get there first and does. And we are into added time. It's all about game management from this point forward from Chelsea. And we will secure a massive 2-1 win. And there you have it from the Etihad then. It's finished Chelsea 2, Manchester City 1, which means we stay 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League table, and we could win the Premier League against Palace in the next match. So as I say, we could win it here against Palace, and they are into 10th at the minute. And normally, if we were playing this game any other time in the season, I'd be like, this should be a Chelsea win. But right now, it just feels a whole lot different, doesn't it? Liverpool hosting Southampton. We haven't even got to worry about them. Not even got to worry about them. Liverpool have to win to keep their hopes alive because a draw is not enough on goal difference, the situation. So I'd like to think that Liverpool will beat Southampton. But the last thing I want is for this to go to the final day against Spurs. So let's not let it happen. We are at Stamford Bridge. The home fans behind us. There is the Crystal Palace starting 11. You can see Chelsea's on the left. It's now or it's next. Let's win the Premier League. I always forget that the screen that I show you at the start of the matches is actually the probable lineup, because I don't remember seeing Alvaro Morata in the Palace starting 11, but he is starting for them today. And also, Digne in place of Kieran Tierney for Chelsea, with Piontek ahead of Moise Kean. Lovely ball forward from Bakayoko to Havertz, who has the shot, headed away by Diallo, and I think it struck Havertz on the arm, the ball there. Palace went forward there, looking for a chance, and look what it's left them now then, as Palace are scrambling to get back behind the ball. We've taken a touch forward. There is the pass to Piontek, and Chelsea take the lead. I really did not fancy myself on the right foot, I'll be honest. I knew full well I had to try and play the pass off, and we still gave Piontek a whole lot of work to do, but he strikes past David De Gea, and as things stand, Chelsea will be Premier League champions. The pace to get past Jedvaj, there was no chance he was recovering from that. And does it go through the legs of David De Gea? It does. Wow. I actually thought that Piontek had put it to the side of De Gea, but no, straight through him. And Hodgson's fuming as well, because it was the first time that Palace really got forward. Chelsea broke quickly with pace, and that is what happens when you give us that sort of time. Another change, and it is the same change. Havertz for Mount. And although we've not seen anything from Palace, don't rule them out just yet, because it wouldn't be unheard of for them to try and find an equaliser here, and especially with what's at stake for Chelsea. But if we get a second goal, I feel like that's the game all but done. Here is Mount then, carrying us forward. Goes out to Gnabry on the right-hand side. I'm going to try and get the run on Jedvaj. There's the ball in. It's a brilliant ball! And it worked out exactly as planned. It's Chelsea 2, Palace 0. And that was the exact goal I had in mind when I made that run on Jedvaj. Like clockwork. What a delivery, though, from Serge Gnabry. But it's here, that run on Jedvaj. I knew if I got in front of him and the delivery was good, that he would not stand a chance against me. And arguably, De Gea should do better. But I do not care. Chelsea 2, Palace 0. That is a beautiful goal. Oh, chance Palace. It is a goal back. With 10 minutes to play, I wasn't really focusing on myself too much. I was just watching the ball. And then they got the chance to be able to find the back of the net. It's actually really well worked. A ball through there. You can see, I'm not even sure who's got the goal for Palace back. But it is a lifeline. It should be just that and nothing more. A consolation at best. Mendy beating at his near post as well. Won't be too happy with that. I was about to say we've done a good job of just managing the game, because we've not really given too much away, and we've been in possession. And the first time that we really let them through, they take their chance well to their credit. For the last 10 minutes, as long as we knock the ball around, we will be champions. And Piontek, that's not exactly what we're trying to do here, mate. Let's keep hold of the ball, please. So in the end, it looks like that second goal that we managed will prove to be pivotal in this match, as Bakayoko goes close for Chelsea. Only to be denied by David De Gea. It will be a corner, and there's a temptation to get this short and just take it into the corner from Christian Pulisic here, which is exactly what we will do as we look to see this clock down. And that's actually not worked out as I was trying to keep it. It will be a Chelsea throw, though, in this corner area, which is not ideal, but we'll still try and utilise it as best we can. And we're offside, so that ends us being able to keep it in the corner and waste the time. How many minutes are added on actually here? I don't actually know at this point in time, but we are a matter of minutes, seconds in fact, away from the Premier League title. Any moment, referee, you can end this match off now if you want. Mount, Romagnoli, off to Kante. We are into the 93rd minute. I still don't know. And there it is, Chelsea 2, Palace 1. It's the Premier League trophy in the hands of Chelsea and myself. And I am so glad that we didn't bottle it today. Get in! Let's have another look then at the goals that won the league for Chelsea in the end here at Stamford Bridge. Piontek opens up the scoring. I mean, as I say, through the legs of David De Gea, who arguably should have done better with that. And I said, didn't I, that don't count Palace out the game, because I felt we needed a second goal. And we got it after our run. And Jedvaj, you can see we start on the left-hand side. And then he goes to Marcus, but doesn't realise we've gone into a more central area. And out of all the headers to score, great time to do it right here. But all credit as well the way of Serge Gnabry for a fantastic delivery into the box, asking to be headed into the back of the net. And then a late goal, which proved to be a consolation for Palace. As you can see, it was nicely worked, but it wasn't enough to deny us a Premier League title. And I will say as well, at half-time, well, no matter what was happening there, we were champions, because Liverpool were being held to a 1-1 draw with Southampton, but the scoreline at Anfield finished Liverpool 3, Southampton 2. So, yeah, we are champions. 4 points the gap with just a game to play, meaning there's absolutely no way Liverpool could have got it back. Spurs on the final day essentially is redundant for us now. It doesn't matter to the title race, but what it does matter to is the player stats come the end of the season. And Spurs as well, there is still some other things happening that could change. For example, City could end up in 4th against United. Leicester as well could move up into 5th. So there's still those places to play for. The last Champions League spot, and also 5th and 6th as well. Down the bottom end of the table, I'm pretty certain that it's done there as well. Fulham, as you can see, West Ham and Stoke all relegated down to the Championship. Norwich being able to stay in the Premier League is fantastic to see. In 14th, Arsenal with a disappointing 11th place finish. It is appalling from them. And we'll take a look as well at the Bundesliga at the end of the episode. But for now, as you can see with the player stats, we are searching for a golden boot. Just 1 ahead of Sadio Mane, 2 ahead of Harry Kane, who we played today, of course. Assist-wise, we cannot be caught. Look at that for a season, by the way. 53 goal contributions in 37 matches is crazy. So it's all about the golden boot now for me. And you bet your bottom dollar, with us already winning the league, I'm going to be trying to be a bit more selfish here to see if we can end up with the golden boot. Of course, we will activate competitor mode as Spurs are in the top 6. And we have not got to worry about scoreline for the first time today, which feels good to say. But I would like to end on a win. Harry Kane is starting. So we need to make sure he doesn't score against us, please. As he's one of the players fighting for us. And then Mane, of course, as well, the other. Here we go. Last game of the season before we'll wrap up the episode. A first half without goals and without chances for either side, really. It's been quite the boring first 35 minutes of this match. I feel like Chelsea are still in party mode after winning the title. As that's a great ball from Havertz to find Kante across the face of goal. And there you go then, the champion strike. Chelsea 1, Spurs 0. Brilliant work from N'Golo Kante. And we head home for our 23rd of the season, I want to say. And Kane now needs, I believe, 4 to pass us in the top scoring charts. We don't know if Mane's got a goal for Liverpool at all. I could not miss there when Kante lays it on a plate like that. It's a great run as well from him to be able to actually get into that position. And thank you, N'Golo Kante, for handing me another goal. There is a goal back elsewhere, by the way, for Wolves, who have just equalised the score at Anfield by a goal apiece, as Harry Kane gets himself on the score sheet 56 minutes in. He now needs 3 to pass us in the goal-scoring charts for the Golden Boot. I'm not sure who got the Liverpool goal, though, whether or not it was Mane or if it was someone else. But yeah, there's a goal back for Spurs. I'm pretty certain it's been 1 shot apiece, 1 goal apiece as well. It's so good, really, that this doesn't have an impact on the title, because it's been a pretty boring game here, to be fair. But just keep your eyes on the Liverpool score if it pops up, and I'll try to let you guys know if Mane grabs a goal. I think it was just me, Kane and Mane really within a shout of winning the Golden Boot, but don't quote me on that, as Reguilon wins it back for Spurs, finds Harry Kane. The last thing we want is him grabbing another very quickly after getting his first, because then there is a real possibility that he might win the Golden Boot. Kane's ball towards Lucas. It will be 2-1 Spurs. Clinicalness has been achieved from Tottenham today. Their second shot, their second goal. Why? Why is he so free in the box? I'm just glad it's not Harry Kane who's got it, that's for sure. And yeah, like I say, Chelsea in party mode, it feels like. We're just so slow to everything. Briasco, Lucas, back to Briasco. Now Zakaria joining the attack. Harry Kane off towards him. Spurs with all sorts of time and space. And 2 Chelsea players do the same job, and it's 3-1 Spurs. There's no way Mendy saves that. I don't know why the reaction of the Chelsea players is so, distraught, down, whatever. You can see, yeah, I mean, it's a slight foul there from Lucas, though, on Romagnoli, who's trying to go past him to block the shot. Referee doesn't spot it, allows play on. Spurs will win by 3-1, so it was good that we ended up with the victory against Palace. But I have to say, if we hadn't have won that game, our performance would have been much, much different here. This is a performance that really has champions already written all over it because we weren't good here. And like I say, slow to a lot of the play. But it doesn't really matter for Chelsea. We are champions. But the more important thing, well, I say more important thing. The other important thing now is, are we the Golden Boot winner? Look at those match facts. Honestly, 3 shots, 3 goals, 1 shot, 1 goal. I don't think they could have played any better. Liverpool 1, Wolves 1. Means that unless there's a player further down who's had a storming game and scored like 5 or 6, for the first time in the series, we have won the Golden Boot. And you can see as the accomplishments come through, I will just confirm that for you. There you are, 23 and 38 means we are the top scorer of the Premier League. And 31 from 38 games in terms of assists is also very good. Who was the top goalkeeper? Sommer with 14 clean sheets. Kepa with 13 in 24. So he played significantly less games and had 1 less clean sheet. That's very, very unlucky for Kepa. Yellow cards wise, I don't think will be on there. Red cards, similarly, don't think will be on there. Alright then, let's have a look at the awards given out. I'm sure we'll see the team of the tournament, the player of the tournament, and all of that. So, team of the tournament announced. Starting with that first. We are in it. Sommer from Spurs, Josh Tymon from Stoke, who've been relegated, but he must have had a good season. Jimenez, Romagnoli, Alexander-Arnold, myself, Kante, Havertz, Adre Ruiz from Leicester, Kane from Spurs, and Griezmann from Liverpool. So Mane is unlucky to miss out there because he was up there in terms of the goals scored, and Kane's in there as well. Of course, we've won the Golden Boot. Goalkeeper of the tournament would have been Alisson. Player of the tournament has gone to myself. I mean, it had to, right? We had so many goal contributions over the course of the season that if we hadn't have won this, you'd be questioning what on earth is going on. One of the world's best, it says there. And the Premier League is ours. So, yeah, I would have liked to have won the Europa League as well this season, but that was not meant to be. So I'll skip the days ahead. We'll take a look at the Champions League winners, the Europa League winners, and then see how Dortmund got on. But of course, take that with a pinch of salt because we know the leagues elsewhere change. So I'll see you back here in a moment. So the FA Cup was won by Liverpool in a 1-0 victory over Palace in the final. For the Carabao Cup, Brighton and Hove Albion defeated Manchester City by 2-0. Impressive season from Brighton. They finished 9th in the Premier League as well and went on to win the Carabao Cup. The Champions League was played out between Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan, and Atletico won in the final by 2-0. Dortmund actually were knocked out in the round of 16 against Inter by 4-3. As for the Europa League, where we really should have won it before we were defeated by Sevilla, well, it ended up being Napoli against Roma in an all-Italian final. Napoli winning on penalties by 5-4. Sevilla were beaten by Sporting by 6-2 on aggregate in the quarter-final before Sporting were eventually knocked out by Roma. Spurs, wow! Spurs were 3-1 up after the first leg and ended up losing 3-0 in the second at home to Napoli, who went on to win it. That's pretty ridiculous, to be fair. I also haven't told you, but there is a World Cup coming up, which will be the next episode for you. I wanted to kind of focus on the rest of the season before we got to this World Cup. It is most likely, in fact, it will be our last World Cup of the series, so it's now or never if you want to win one for England. You can see some of the groups: Spain, Belgium, Russia, Ecuador. As I scroll through, you can have a look at who is in what group. We are called up for it as well. And we will face Bulgaria, the US, and Egypt in our group as well. So, yeah, look forward to that in the next episode. Before we go today, though, let's have a look at the Bundesliga and see just how Dortmund got on. Did they win it? No, they didn't. Bayern, they back on the top of the Bundesliga. They're back in the big time. After a disappointing few seasons in Germany, Bayern are champions once again. But like I say, take this with a pinch of salt because it always changes for some reason. I don't know why. But according to this, at this exact date, Bayern are champions again. Dortmund in second. I'm not really going to show you the rest of the leagues either because, as I say, with them changing, there's not really much point. The last thing I'll do before I go today is show you our overall season, the stats and everything to do with that. But as I scroll through this, if you want to take a look at a player in particular, you can pause it and have a look at how they did. But for now, guys, a massive thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you as well for all of your support on the channel. I need to go and rest my voice after all the games we played today. Hopefully enjoyed the drama as well. Our first Premier League title in the bag. Can we make it? Our first World Cup as well in the next episode. Find out very, very soon. Until then, take care. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Much love, people. Adios.